the other day. I can show you this headline. Less than half in the U.S. now sympathetic towards Israelis. Okay, and then it says support for the establishment of an independent Palestinian state remains at majority level. And they were reporting this all across that they've never seen such low support for Israel in America ever. And do you want to know why that is? It's not because you can legislate people to support Israel. It's not because you can deport people to support Israel. It's because the opposite thing is more likely to happen, because it looks like politicians are willing to forego American principles when it comes to the topic of Israel. Again, I would feel great about this if you told me that the Department of Justice did this under Trump to protect white Americans at school during BLM riots. And are we supposed to all magically forget, while this is going on, that back in 2020, Bibi Netanyahu was sounding like a gangster, saying that he was going to get speech laws passed in America and any person that boycotted Israel would themselves suffer. Let's take a listen to Bibi Netanyahu, and this is going to be in Hebrew, but don't worry, I will interpret it for you and then give you some tweets. This is Bibi Netanyahu.
מי שיחרים אותנו מוחרם בעצמו. בשנים האחרונות קידמנו בארצות הברית, ויש כבר ברוב המדינות שם, חוקים שמי שמחרים את ישראל נענש בעצמו. אז זה לא יעזור להם. אנחנו לא מתרגשים מזה, ואנחנו נלחמים בזה.
He is saying we will punish people who boycott Israel. This is a foreign leader of a foreign state saying whoever boycotts Israel will themselves be boycotted. We are getting laws passed. There are laws passed in most states against boycotting us, and you will be punished. How's that for gangster speech? And to back that up, they tweeted it in perfect English, by the way, on the Israel Twitter account. They wrote, this is 2020, Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu, whoever boycotts us will be boycotted. The UN Human Rights Council is a biased body that is devoid of influence. Not for nothing, I have already ordered severing ties of it. Guess what, guys? That has now happened here in America. It was also not for nothing that the American administration has taken this step together with us. In recent years, we have promoted laws in most U.S. states which determine that strong action is to be taken against whoever tries to boycott Israel. Fascinating that he can do that he can say that we are supposed to be a party that is America first, and it seems that laws are being dictated according to what this guy wants. And I've been very clear in my stance on him. I think he is a monster. I think he's a gangster, and he's acting like a gangster. And now it seems that politicians are just following his every order. They're just following his order. It doesn't matter why we got rid of it. Bibi Netanyahu wanted us to. You know what we wanted as the American people? We want you guys to focus on the Epstein files and the JFK files that were promised, okay? This isn't where we need you guys to flex your muscle on Mahmoud Khalil, who doesn't have a criminal record here and has a wife that's pregnant for 8 months. Wasn't at the top of my list, I gotta be honest. Wasn't even on my list, if I'm being honest. And it's interesting to hear when people recognize that and ask that question of, whoa, what about these Epstein files and JFK files that were promised to be released on day one? Here is how Caroline Levitt answers.
A week ago, Attorney General Bondi said a truckload of Epstein files had been delivered to her office from the SDNY. When can we expect those files to be released to the public?
I would defer you to the Department of Justice. I don't have a timeline here.
Do you have any update on the JFK files?
I don't at this moment. Again, I would defer you to our DNI director, Tulsi Gabbard, and also the Department of Justice. I know that they are working on that diligently, as the president requested them to do.
All I'm saying, guys, is I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels. I don't like that it seems increasingly that we are abandoning our values. Again, I had these same values when people were taking extraordinary efforts under the Biden regime's DOJ to go after American citizens for practicing their speech and rightfully assembling to support Donald Trump. And this feels like the exact same thing in both regards, calling people terrorists and telling people not to look at the details. And I'm looking at the details. I'm looking for the details, and I'm happy to correct this report if more comes out. But don't put that on us. Don't say, well, how dare you ask for more questions? Okay, you are the ones who waved this flag. You are the ones who put it all on White House and said, look what we did. We're so proud of this. And now people are saying we didn't answer, because we can't just be kicking out legal permanent residents because they've spoken in ways that we disagree with. If you called for death, murder, the slaughter of children, I'm willing to partner with you. But at this moment, I don't see it. All right, you guys, before I get into some of your comments to see what you guys